All right, man, we back. It's your boy CJ Goodfellow Sports TV, and apparently Antonio Brown could be headed to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. If that don't work, it seemed like Seattle Seahawks were trying to get him there, and Russell Wilson was really pushing for him last year if he could have played. But check out the NFL playlist for more videos like this. Let's talk about Antonio Brown possibly headed to Tampa Bay now. Earlier this season, when pressed by the media, Bruce Arians said that they were not interested in bringing in Antonio Brown. Now, has some things changed in Tampa Bay? Sure has. Chris Godwin hasn't been 100% healthy. O.J. Howard was lost early on, even though they got Gronkowski and Cameron Brate. Gronkowski finally came on last week for them versus the Packers. But in all, they really don't have a consistent slot receiver or number two receiver. Godwin could be a good number two. He could work in the slot. When Godwin don't play, they don't have a slot, and then they don't have a good number two or a good number two receiver. So if he in the slot, they don't have nobody opposite to play on the other side of Mike Evans. If he on the other side of Mike Evans, they don't have nobody in the slot. So Antonio Brown will fit perfect in what they want to do in Tampa. If Godwin is on the outside and Mike Evans is on the outside, then Antonio can run routes good as anybody. He could play the slot. He knows how to sit down in the zones. He know how to beat man, and his route running is impeccable, right? If Godwin wanted to go into the slot, Antonio Brown could do well as a number two receiver. So it's really, Godwin has been hurt a couple times this year, and he's more valuable than any other receiver they got. Love Mike Evans, but Godwin is a better route runner, and then he has more versatility to go into the slot and do what he needs to do. When Antonio Brown, him and Chris Godwin could be interchangeable. Mike Evans is just really an outside threat that's going to run a lot of deep routes, and with Antonio Brown working the deep half of the field, work in the middle or the short half or intermediate, Godwin could work underneath. Gronkowski could work underneath. Godwin could work deep. Mike Evans could work deep. So, they got a lot more power there. Ronald Jones III has proven to be the best back they got. They still got Shady back there. They still got Fournette. They loaded. Defensively, they back in. They cut Vernon Hargreaves last year. I think he ended up in Houston, and they ain't missed a beat. So, I think Todd Bowles is really the MVP there. The way he got that defense playing, he deserves another job in the National Football League as a head coach. Obviously, you could put Pinocchio or Bill Belichick in New York with the Jets, and they won't do well at this point because Woody Johnson is just an idiot owner. Then you got to understand he don't like black people. You got to go look up that CNN article that broke that news, and they kind of threw it under the rug, shoved it on the rug because he's the heir to the Johnson & Johnson company. The one that sell baby oil and lotion. But I think Antonio Brown is going to do good in Tampa. I think Tom Brady was pushing for them to bring him back in New England last year. I think it was the end of the witch when he disrespected Robert Kraft. But, after week 8, his suspension is, I think, up after week 8, and that's next week. So in week 9, you can see Antonio Brown. He's been keeping a low profile. He ain't been doing stupid stuff. And now he's about to come in, play good for short money, and be worth a lot of money after next year. So it's funny how he didn't really disrespected the owners and disrespected the league and acted a fool. And he can come back and play, and then Kaepernick can't come back and get a job because he's still on his principles about a lot of injustice going on in the national, in the league and around the nation. But it ain't fair. It don't guarantee that Tom Brady isn't gonna win a ring because they ain't got the best offensive line. But it does help. But right now, they probably will be the favorites to come out NFC East. And then next Sunday, whenever the New Orleans Saints play, they without Mike Thomas and they without Emmanuel Sanders as well, too. So, the Saints just got an uphill battle. The Packers, as we've seen, is not that good at all. It's called that. The Seahawks don't have no defense. The best hope to really rival Tampa and maybe Green Bay is probably the 49ers. You know what I'm saying? Garoppolo looked good last week. They coming getting healthy. So we'll see. But really in the AFC it's really Pittsburgh, Tennessee, and Kansas City, and then it's everybody else. But we'll see. I think the Baltimore Ravens should have got Antonio Brown. If they don't get Antonio Brown, Julio on the block, Kenny Galladay in Detroit could be on the block. Why not go get Lamar Jackson, multiple weapons? But it is what it is. Let me know what you guys think. Don't forget me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You can reach out if you got business question, inquiry, sponsorship, video requests. All my social media links in the description. If you ever need to reach me, Twitter's the fastest way than Facebook and Instagram. We also got a Facebook group. That link's there as well, too. If you got a business that you want to promote or sponsor, advertise on the channel, I'm your man for the plan. We got good rates for everybody, black, white, in between. We get you a good rate going to get your business up and running. I got people from everywhere, from Australia to Canada to the UK, from Cali to Michigan to Indianapolis to Florida to Orlando, wherever you want to go. I got people there. So it's a good way to kind of get your company going nationwide. But other than that, appreciate the love, support. Want to make a donation? Best way to do that for me is to share the video, share, screen record, share the link, share it with a friend. We talk NFL, basketball, boxing, MMA, the whole nine. Now, other than that, you can send Cash App CJ Good 313 for financial aid, and also we got the PayPal link in the description. But I would appreciate if you share the video, share with a friend, hit that subscribe button, bell icon button one time for the one time we go.